Oh, what change did I do to my scouter? Yeah, I think it was you that told me to do it. So I did the damage gem and avalanche. I don't really like it. I miss the cooldown reduction gem and mobile shot. But the change I do really like is, so I was doing conviction in raid missile and then judgment and avalanche, and I switched judgment to strategic fire. And I really like that change a lot because it puts avalanche to the end of the rotation so that you have your counter up longer to use whenever you need to counter. So it just gives you that flexibility to have a counter available. Whereas I was doing raid missile avalanche, so I was using my counter right away and it was never available. That was the change I really like. I don't really like the damage gem in avalanche though. I feel like it's a bigger loss of damage to not have mobile shot active on every ability to get your raid captain buff. If I was a better player, it's obviously more damage, but I find myself using mobile shot to avoid damage sometimes. And when that happens, like your whole rotation gets fucked up. I don't like the judgment on a blue skill. I like casting the blue skill first. I want to see the conviction pop up before to increase the chances of getting the judgment later. Because I run conviction judgment on my pistolier. I've been doing conviction judgment for, I don't know, 2 years now or whatever on the pistolier. And it feels like when the conviction ability goes first, you're more likely to get the judgment proc. Because I was having issues with the scouter community guide has conviction and judgment on different abilities than I use. I think it was the reverse. So it was like judgment on missiles and then conviction on avalanche or something. You had no problem with it? That's good. It's also harder to hit the baby drones, harder to land that ability, I think. So again, because I suck, it's easier for me to hit the raid missiles ability. So I think maybe that is also where my brain goes in wanting the raid missiles to be the conviction. Because on certain bosses, it's just like annoying as hell to land baby drones. They're always fucking moving and shit. But at some point I will move my gym back to mobile shot. The pie chart says it should be the other way. Well, yeah, baby drones does a ton of damage, but you gotta land it. It's obvious that baby drones is harder to hit than raid missiles, because the raid missiles are wider and it's easier to aim it. Whereas like baby drones, you gotta be very, very intentional about where you aim it, otherwise it doesn't land. It's similar with like when people go the 3-2-2 build instead of 4-2-2 and they are trying to land carpet. This carpet's hard to land too.